Good evening. Tonight we are here with, we have the pleasure to have Mr. Marco Saltalamacchia, who is an international expert of retail, luxury and automotive. Actually, he was the former president and CEO of BMW in Italy and in Europe. So thank you for accepting our invitation. And I would like to ask you some for the audience of CEOs and presidents and chairmen we have to our videos. I would like to ask you some questions about your world of expertise. In particular, I would like to ask you, how do you see the modern retail in the luxury goods, in the brand-driven goods going in nowadays world? What is the evolution in place?
As a matter of fact, I think that in the case of luxury goods, there won't be exempted from the mainstream evolution happening so far in the world, which is a search for bigger dimensions. Even luxury is looking for efficiency in the way they retail their goods, and that's one represent an exception also for luxury. On the other side, I think that the customer relationships is going to be even more important than it was in the past. Knowing your customers is extremely important, and the direct knowledge of your customers is of utmost importance, which is going to come not from a statistical evidence, but from what is your customer. I would even say the name and the surname of your customer, his habits, his personal tastes, will become more and more important in the definition of the right offer for a product for a customer.
Okay, I would like to focus a little bit on the last sentence of your answer. The customer is king, particularly in nowadays economy, where customer loyalty is particularly important. How do you see the evolution of the services in order to seduce the client, in order to keep him really tied and linked to the brand and the product?
As I said, the knowledge and the relationship with the customers is of utmost importance, which means that we cannot limit the knowledge of the customer only to the purchase of the goods we are talking about. But this relationship must exist throughout our life cycle of ownership of the customer of the product. To do that, we have to go beyond the simple act of purchasing a good. As I said, we have to understand deeply the customers and asking us every time which kind of value we might add to the product experience, the brand experience of the customer with our product. In that specific approach, we will discover additional services. We might generate new values for the customer, and therefore to generate a new loyalty and increase the capital value of the customer
in the long term.
In the long term for us.
And in particularly, what about the financial services that in the last 5 years were so important to finance the purchases, and it was a kind of modern way of not only of selling but also keeping a relationship and gathering information about the client. How do you see it now in the credit crunch situation? But it's still very important to finance the purchase of high value products.
Definitely, definitely. The financial services, they have become so far a structural part, a structural tool of the business in the marketing of luxury goods. When I started my business 20 years ago, they represented 20 to 25% of the business. Nowadays, they are aiming to 80%. And I would say, despite of the credit crunch, I would doubt that in the future this level will be reduced. Possibly we will have to face different approach or different scoring for our customers, but definitely the financial services will stay as a structural part of the business.
I would like to ask you something specific about automotive. Looking at your long experience, I'm sure you have a clear strategic view of the present and the future. I would start from the famous consideration of Sergio Marchionne regarding the consolidation of this world. How do you see this world in terms of strategic development of this industry in the medium term?
There is basically two evidences. One is the structural problem of the industry has been not solved. The overcapacity in the business is still there, and this will ask for additional consolidation. In a way, we went through 2-3 years of a crisis, losing to some extent the chance to consolidate the business. Still, in the business there is a 20% capacity in excess that will lead sooner or later to a consolidation. The second element is that the world is actually running at very different speeds. We have the emerging markets and thinking to the BRIC markets that they have shown, even that crisis a different, very different dynamics. They are still growing. They've been the first getting out of the crisis, and as a matter of fact, China is now the biggest market in the world. The emerging of those new markets and the growing importance lead to new consideration, which might be that the players of the new consolidation possibly they won't come from the old world as we have understood, but possibly from the new world.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saltalamacchia, for being with us in Fair Play TV.
You're welcome. Thank you.